Now, for feeding these fish, there's two big questions. One is, what do we feed? And second is, how much do we feed? So my favorite food would be probiotics by New Life Spectrum, which is a pellet, and I love Dainichi Color. So I would be making sure that those two foods were fed to these fish, and getting a good variety of frozen food is really a wonderful treat, and I do encourage that as well. So these go in the freezer, and you really want to try and make sure these are thawed out before you feed. You don't want to go chucking them in frozen, because I have actually had autopsy on animals before and found that damage from frozen food in the digestive system of the fish is a thing. So I'd rather you just put them in a cup, just defrost them. They don't have to be super defrosted, but they don't want to be frozen either. And this is a good treat for fish like tangs as well. So I'm happy that you feed some of this, but I wouldn't be feeding a lot of it because it's quite a high phosphate, high nutrient food, but it's quite good for flushing the fish out. So all of these foods I'm a fan of. It's just that I would be wanting to feed Spectrum's probiotics and Dainichi Color as well. So fish food quality is half of fish keeping. Now, how much to feed is the next question. So the way that I will normally advise someone is they will put the food in and they will try to make sure that all the food is eaten in 30 seconds. Now, this is nothing more than a guide. Over a period of months, let's say 3 weeks, 4 weeks, if you notice the fish getting skinny, then you have to feed more. So either feed more often or feed more at a time. The only thing that matters is the fish's belly and the fish's health. It does not matter how much we tell you to feed, when to feed, or anything else, because it's only a guide. So once again, my general advice is I feed the fish what they eat in 30 seconds, 5 times a week, so that's not every day. And then over time, if I notice the fish getting skinny, then I will feed them more. You can feed more often or you can feed more at a time. It doesn't make any difference. The only thing that matters is the belly of the fish. So you want to feed good quality foods and you want to feed so the fish have got a good belly, not a big belly. Now, the other thing you'll notice too is that this fish here isn't swimming exactly, he's just a little bit erratic in his movements. When you see that sort of little twisty thing that he's doing every now and then, the first thing that I'll want to do is drop the salinity, because if they do have a little bit of a parasite, that would be particularly common, and particularly this time of year when it's cool. So dropping the salinity whenever you're seeing a little bit of itchy is a really good idea, and definitely never introduce any new fish if you notice the fish a little bit on the itchy side. So this guy is almost good. He's definitely not bad. He's just seeing a little bit of that behavior. Let me go until I see him do it so I can show you. He's just not moving perfectly in the water column. He's not bad. So the better idea that you have of how the fish swim, how they move, then you can see if anything it looks like a worry. And then just make us a little video and let us have a look at it. So in this case too, I'd probably recommend dosing this tank with a little bit of Vugel. So what Vugel is an immune system enhancer, and I find it's actually quite good, particularly if you are worried about the fish and you don't want to dose them with anything else.